from 2015 to late June last month.
Lamborghini, I'm trying to remember.
I swear to Almighty Allah, more than 850 million has been removed in the name of payment of monthly allowances to 10 mobile policemen. If I am swearing on 4th, may the curse of God be on me. Let him also swear.
Well, you was alleged that since 2017.
Let him swear.
No. Okay, that also takes us to the issue of phones. According to him, 2.4 million naira was what was used to buy phones.
That's absolute lie.
And he was talking about the issue of royal fathers. Their expenses come from the Ministry of Local Government, while for religious leaders, the Ministry of Religious Affairs actually deal with their issues.
Let me from memory tell you the following.
Okay.
2016, there is a law existing across the entire nation. Traditional institutions are supposed to be given a certain percentage directly from the local government fund. It has been so since the time of Sani Abacha. In Katsina State, what I discovered from documents official available to me is that in 2016, the Katsina Emirate Council, local government money removed that is supposed to be remitted to Katsina was over 600 billion naira.
Okay.
In 2017, over 600 billion naira. In 2017, over 600 billion naira. In totality, 1.8 billion naira. Removed directly after removing local government staff salary, after removing teacher salary. The next deduction is that of Emirates, 2 Emirates. Katsina has 29 local governments, Dora has 5. In totality, 2016, 17, 18, the local government has been debited by more than 1,865 million in favor of Katsina Emirate Council. I swear to Almighty God, I have further documents to show that a fraction, negligible fraction of that amount entered the Emirate Council account, and I have the Emirate Council bank statement. I'm looking for somebody, a smart Alec, who can come and tell me why that money was not paid to the Emirate. In Daura, over 863 billion naira was removed in 3 years directly from the local government park account allocation, and a fraction, very negligible, was remitted to the Daura Emirate Council. What we are saying is that money is not a favor to anybody. It's not a favor to the Emirate. It's the money legitimately owned by them. It's money meant for the development of the Emirate. It's a money meant for the subjects. Here is somebody who is withholding those monies, consciously aware that it is illegal, it is immoral, it is unconstitutional to do that. And yet, they don't want people to talk. I will keep on talking. This money, if they want peace, must be given back to the Emirates to go and help their own subjects.
But if that is the case, like you said, like the SSG keeps saying, well, his office is just in charge of security and security expenses. The issues you raise now, the Ministry of Local Government must be complicit in this.
See,
so the commissioner
he is the de facto governor, substantive SSG, de facto commissioner for all the local government, for all the ministries. He is all in all. This is not a fairy tale. Sample opinions in Katsina State. Go on the street, ask who called the shots. They will never tell you Musari. It is fairy tale to say that local governments are incurring expenses on their own. I have it on good documented authority, available, at hand. With time, the public will come to know about it. That no local government chairman can incur a single kobo expenditure without his own consent. And I could see every year over 40 billion naira passes through the account of the local governments. I challenge anybody to come and tell me how much expenditure does the local government have to incur, independent of the secretary of the government. You'll be shocked how much the amount is going to be.
Well, before we take a break, we are talking of course, we know the president is not just the president of Katsina, it's the president of Nigeria. But this is the home state of the president. And this happenings, the level of insecurity, level of killings, and with these revelations coming out, the silence of the president, shouldn't that actually worry people?
He has always been silent, and he has made it very clear. When it came to the issue of appointing ministers, and he was being accused of not consulting governors, the answer he gave was simple. That when governors are appointing commissioners, he doesn't interfere. Therefore, governors must not interfere with appointing ministers. Of course, that is a strict democracy. That is archaic democracy, and that is village democracy. He will always tell you that there is a separation of power, even between the federal, state, and local, between the executive, legislature, and judiciary, and he will not keep that. We wish him success.
Well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we look at other national issues. Of course, the insecurity is not limited to Katsina alone. Neighboring states of Kaduna is suffering the same thing within the northwest geopolitical zone, but it might not be as pronounced as we are seeing in Katsina today. Again, remember, Senator Ndube just kind of said he never called for the resignation of the service chiefs, but he is not comfortable with the happenings within the military. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we deal with those issues. Alright, thank you for being there. The program is Dialogue, reaching you from the stables of Liberty Television, Voice for All, Ambition for All. If you're just joining us, well, you've missed the first half of the program, where we look at the happenings within Katsina State. Because you remember, Katsina State is the home of the President Muhammadu Buhari. Until recently, the home of the Director General of the SSS, among several other people. But then, let's go.
And with two agents of police.
Katsina is one state that you know what is happening now shouldn't be happening. Of course, you would say it shouldn't be happening in any part of Nigeria. Our guest today is a human rights activist. He's a businessman too, but he's been a human rights activist long before going into business. Talking about Shehu Mahdi. Well, people will say what we are seeing in Katsina is not limited to Katsina.
Right.
The northwest geopolitical zones. But of course, there are people who are always quick to say, well, Jigawa is in northwest.
Yes.
Kanu is in northwest.
Yes.
Sokoto is in northwest, for instance. But we don't see what we've seen in Zamfara and what we are seeing today in Katsina. And of course, invariably, Kaduna, that almost on a daily basis there are kidnappings, abductions, or whatever you want to call it. What could be responsible for this insecurity we are seeing?
Well, let me speak for my own state. If there is a disconnect between the government and the governed, if there is a dishonesty in wholesale and in retail, in the polity, if there is mistrust and deception, if there is unbelief, if there is apprehension on the part of the governed, if there is laxity on the part of government, this is the result. This is the end result. Where the more you see, the more you understand you are being deceived. Where the more you see, the more you understand that somebody, somewhere, someone is deceiving and lying to you. The end result will be total lack of confidence and loss of confidence in governance. What is happening in Katsina State is an indication that governance has collapsed completely. I'll give you an example. In between 2017, 2018, 2019, documents abound that government claimed it bought diesel worth 1.6 billion naira by way of buying 6,226,000 liters of oil being distributed to 7 chalets, old government house, new government house, water board, governor's residence, deputy governor's residence. Put together, it means 27 months. In the 27 months, they bought diesel of that content, 1.6 billion naira. And I said, let me be a Father Christmas.